Hi everyone, Chris Natzke here with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching with your Mind of a Champion tip of the week. You know, one of the things that's always amazed me is how instances that can occur early in our life, early in our childhood, can impact us for our entire lives. And one such instance happened with me when I was about 9 years old. I was over at my cousin's house and was playing with him and about 6 other kids. And we were being led by his next door neighbor, Johnny. Now, Johnny was a great kid. He was maybe a year or two older than me, super charismatic, really a nice kid, and was always the ringleader every time we got together. And not only did the other kids love Johnny like I did, but so did all the parents. In fact, I have visions of him like doing stand-up comedy in front of all the parents and entertaining them. And one of the things with Johnny, I always loved being around him because he was such a natural leader. And I loved having that older kid that I could follow at that time in my life. Well, one day we were all together and Johnny started bringing up the idea of what it meant to be in shape. You know, strong chest, big arms, thin waist, etc., basically describing superheroes. And I was totally into this conversation. In fact, I absolutely loved superheroes at that time. In fact, probably still do. And I'd have to say, when I was 5 years old, if you asked me, I was Batman. So always identified with truth, justice, and the American way and being that hero. And as Johnny was talking about being in shape, I was so enraptured with what he was describing as I started getting excited. And all of a sudden, before I knew it, I blurted out, I said, Johnny, am I in shape? And as soon as I said it, all the kids looked at me and then their eyes darted back over to Johnny and he had a small smile on his face and he said, yeah, Chris, you're in shape like a watermelon. Well, you know, during those years of my life, I had always struggled with my weight. I mean, I have to admit, being chubby was just an understatement. My mom used to call me husky, but those rolls of blubber kind of like, really presented themselves. In fact, I could often be called Chris Fatsky out on the playground. So when he said those words, even though he was just trying to be funny, those words hit me like a knife. Well, I distinctly remember all the kids' eyes darting back over now toward me and the shrill of laughter just erupting out. And I just felt like I wanted to curl up and die. Well, you know, what happened is like most kids, is that happened and then they forgot about it and they were off doing their thing. Well, I didn't. And it just stayed with me. Now, a couple years later, I'd find martial arts and I started going through puberty and growing. So I started growing out of my baby fat and my body became much more athletic. And then after that, I found football and did well in that and went on to play in college. But what's interesting is when I got honest with myself, is the watermelon boy never left. There was always that part of me inside that was always thinking, you know, I'm out of shape, I'm fat, I'm not good enough, etc. And what I realized is that it was staying with me and it was actually directing me and impacting the way I was living life. In fact, one such instance I remember being at Disney World with my two sons and as I'm in line waiting for a ride, it was like the second day in a row that I hadn't worked out and I was totally obsessed with missing a workout and because I might get out of shape. And then finally it hit me, what am I doing? What am I doing? Is I'm wasting this time here, this precious time with my boys, and they don't care if I miss a workout. They don't care if my body fat goes over 10%. But you see, it stuck with me. And so I share that story with you as eventually I was able to heal that. I still deal with it from time to time, and particularly when I need to give my body a rest and I'm fearful that I might get behind the 8 ball, that I'm not training as like I want to. But the idea is this, and this is what I want to share with you, is that so many of the things and the decisions we make are based on this self-image that was many times created when we were really young. And so one of the things I found is one of the best ways to move through that is to really fully love and accept ourselves, right? And it's not always an easy thing to do. It's simple, but it's not always easy. And so I'm saying this, I'm encouraging you, because I'm going through this process as well, is encouraging you to really take a look at yourself and just really love and accept yourself exactly where you're at. If you want to release weight, if you want to earn more money, if you want to be in a relationship, that's all fine. But having those things is not who you are. It's something that you experience. And when we really love and accept who we are, just exactly where we are, it's from that place that we can access our inner champions, and it's from that place that we can make positive change in our lives. So that's my story for you, my folks. From the watermelon boy to you. It's my hope that this week you take a look and you can really accept yourself where you're at so you can make the positive changes in your life that you really want to have. And so if you enjoyed this, make sure you like it, you share it, you make comments. And also if you look down below, I've got a new program out called it's a breakthrough course. So if you really want to make some changes in 2021 and break through to a new level, go ahead and check it out. And I'd love to have you participating with me. So there you have it, my friends. This has been Chris Natzke with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching. And I'll see you next time on the Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week.